Hey everybody, my name is Kevin and this is Kev's Vibe of the Day. There you go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, afternoon, evening, wherever this is and wherever you are. I hope whatever you're doing is incredible, great, fantastic. All right, so let's get right to the message of today, which is October 27th, 2021. There we go. So, new card and new deck, and I just felt compelled today to pull a new deck. I have meditated for quite a long time. I listened to some beautiful meditation music this morning and just got in the groove. So, as you know, many of you, if you followed along, I like to dedicate time and have a theme. Well, I started that last October or November, somewhere at the end of last year. I decided to dedicate 2021 to love, and it very quickly became apparent to me that love was in the air all over the place, and I began to start this journey learning more about angels and spirits and ancestors and ascended masters. And I'm not new to speaking with spirit. I'm not new to speaking with spirits of loved ones that have passed over. I've done it for years, but I was somewhat rusty and not really that well versed on the angels, the archangels, the goddesses, deities, ascended masters. That was always a little bit of a fuzzy subject for me. And so I embarked on this year of love. Now I have decided that it's time to add another element with the love as another extension of focus, and no accident that this should pop up, that I've decided that perhaps kindness needs to play a part along with love. And so I was contemplating on that. What does kindness look like? Is it a religion? Is it a way we are? What is kindness? Because I find that in the culture and the world that we're currently living in, it's lacking in many, many areas. It's lacking in our medical industry, it's lacking in our education industry, our monetary industry, certainly in our political industry. We are a culture where kindness is completely obliterated from anywhere. So, no accident that I should decide to choose a different deck. And this deck, also by Kyle Gray, is known as Keepers of the Light. And Keepers of the Light, again, with gorgeous illustrations by Lily Moses. It's a powerful community, if you will, of enlightened souls, souls that are dedicated to peace and healing and nurturing and love and compassion of the world. It's designed for people who are seeking and looking for a more spiritual pathway. Perhaps those that are looking to also develop their intuition and embrace their inner spiritual intuitive gifts and trust everything that they're receiving. So I drew this card, which is charity. And the prayer that goes with charity is prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Now, there are two parts to working intuition and opening those gifts up. And I'm not suggesting I'm any different to anybody else. I believe every single human being that passes into this physical world is and was at some point a non-physical entity, non-physical energy, non-physical vibration. It's been confirmed to me by many people that have passed into spirit. I see them, I feel them, I know they're around, I can describe them. Sometimes I smell them, sometimes, it's just there. They are just there. So there's a difference. What is the difference between prayer and meditation? Well, prayer is what you're offering up, what you're asking for, your communication and your conversation with the divine. And the divine being something that is greater than us, the divine being what created us, what creates everything. But it is not necessarily separate, which is took me a while to get my head around that. Well, how come the divine is with us all the time? The divine is like this ongoing camcorder that records everything, puts it everywhere. Everything that we could possibly think of doing, seeing, having, saying, hearing, believing is all sort of being recorded. And that's why I feel like books and like the law of attraction, courses like A Course in Miracles, Return to Love, Marianne Williamson. There are countless books and philosophers that have put all sorts of information out there for us to gather from, all of which I truly believe, along with these glorious cards with beautiful artwork, have been placed upon our path for a reason. And it may be disconnected for you that you put something out there, put something in the, Esther Hicks might call it the vortex, out in space, out in your universe, the universe that you've got. And somehow magnetically it gets attracted. And I know I'm going off topic. I'm not really talking about kindness at the moment, but I'm trying to explain how the prayer and the meditation work. So think about this. Most physical beings in a workplace learn physically how to multitask, do one thing, focus on another thing, do that other thing, while focus on something else, while doing something else and focusing on something else. So a classic example of multitasking is driving a vehicle. How many of you have got in behind the wheel of a motor vehicle, put the key in if you still have a key, or push the button if you still have a button, and did all these things? You do them automatically. Now these push button ignitions, put your foot on the brake, push the button, boom, the engine starts up. We do it so much so it becomes part of the brain, the physical, all of it's working without us even really paying attention to it. Then this vehicle gets put in motion, and we are also at the same time concentrating on and thinking about, even talking to other people. You have these Bluetooth machines in the vehicles these days where you can have a conversation. You're not really paying attention to the road that's going. I mean, this is why I think many people get into road traffic accidents. But my point being, we are using these muscles, we're using these tools, we're using these abilities to do more than one thing at once. Okay, so psychologists, psychiatrists, coaches, anybody who is looking to create a better road forward for people, doesn't matter whether you're a coach, a psychologist, psychiatrist, what have you. A person shows up and says, I'm looking for a direction, some help, some guidance. And here come the people that show up to do that. So for those who are seeking light work, light workers, prayer is the communication, the asking for with the non-physical part of ourselves. Now, meditation is the piece that brings the answer, the response back. Here's the point I'm getting to. As I just said, while you're driving a vehicle or doing your washing or doing your cleaning, you're physically doing one thing, mentally somewhere else. And this is why meditation to receive the messages in the beginning is really challenging, because the brain is wired to work the mind in so much so that all this information is doing this. No clear response can come in from the divine or from spirit or from God or from universe or from whatever you believe you are an extension of. No clear message, no clear information can come through while all this is going on. Think about trying to peacefully have a telephone conversation, as you've done, with loud, distracted noises. Children playing, screaming, splashing, having fun. Animals barking up a storm. Traffic, honking horns going down the highway. People in your environment making noise. Notice how your physical being feels when the desire is to concentrate and focus, yet the physical environment is chaotic. There is this learning curve of, ooh, I got to get quiet, I got to get peaceful. Okay, now, with meditation, it is possible to do it so much so that the hardwiring that allows you to push the button, put the foot on the pedal and put the car in drive, the hardwiring that allows you to come in, reach for the light switch and flip and comes the lights on, that hardwiring can also be developed, it's called neurological pathway, to where you meditate, you get into that Zen spot and you get quiet and peaceful. And with all of this madness and mayhem carrying on, you are hardwired to be in that. And this is how monks, religious scholars, priests, folks who get to that peace place function, because they are hardwired. And the practice, it's a practice. When I first started meditating, I did not connect the power of prayer, and I got goosebumps, so I know they're all around. The power of prayer with meditation, I didn't connect them. I didn't realize the prayer was asking for, the meditation was receiving. Now, through these classes I'm taking and this courses I'm on, I'm now realizing, oh, this has shown up, that has shown up. The minute we have graduated something, now, you might have different steps to a course, right? It might be you've got the basics, now you've got the advanced, now you've got the uber advanced, and now you've got the this, and now you've got the that. You can follow linearly anywhere you want to go. However, it is possible to take step 1 here, step 2 somewhere else, wait a while, step 3 someplace else, step 4 somewhere else. Your course of study, how you get to the information, how you come to prayer, meditation, living your life, is going to be different. And the scholars, the teachers, the pathway, the disciples, the people, whatever you call it, that gets you the information is all going to be different, because you're different. Our job, or at least I believe my job, I can't tell you what your job is, so I shouldn't use words like our or we. My job is to share as much as I can in the way that I can that seems to make sense, but always with the idea of encouraging others to do their best. So here's what I read this morning as I was coming to do this. It was a random post on a meditation music. It says, "Hey you, yes you, random person that I will never meet, I hope you will find happiness on life. Today is going to be a great day. And I thought that was phenomenal. I thought, well, that's incredible that this person typed this, wrote this, and sent this in, um, wishing everyone to have a great day, even if they didn't know them or not. That's what this is all about. That's what the love is all about. That's what the energy of kindness is all about. That's what I landed upon this morning. And I hope you're still with me because I feel like I am talking tongues. There's two angels here. Well, actually, one of them is my granny. Hey, granny. And oh, uh, mm, oh. mm. So today I turned 59, and my dad's mum, my grandma, is just saying happy birthday to me. Um, oh, I see her sparkly blue eyes and her gorgeous light coloured hair and these dangly sparkly earrings that she wore and these beautiful red lipsticks and just sitting quietly over here. And then, of course, I've got the angels over there that are, chit-chatting away. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to, and I'm hoping that this makes sense, that charity should be the card that we get. Here we go. That we get today. So charity's prayer is prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, and ask, and you shall receive. What I love about studying with Kyle Gray is when he prays, he said he gives thanks, which I think is the blessing of it all. He thanks his angels for doing the things he's looking to have done. He thanks his angels for being present and blessed, as we all should do. And giving thanks for something that you're looking to have happen. So for me today, it would be thank you, angels, that everything works out for my highest good. And thank you, angels, for making everything work out for my highest good. I feel blessed to receive your presence and your blessings, and you move on that way. The other challenge, which is a challenge, we're always working on this. We are always working on ways to improve ourselves, ways to do things in a better way, a better way, a better way. Rather than looking at it like you've got to get somewhere, which I think is the misstep. It isn't about getting somewhere. It isn't about arriving over there, up there, round there, up, do that. It is about the steps on the way to whatever it is you're going to do. Because I think in reality, we never really get there. We never really arrive anywhere. We just keep going. Yes, of course, you're going to go see your friend, you arrive at their house. But there's a continuation to the story. There's a story that happens when you get to the house. And another thing that happens. So, there are all kinds of things that keep going, that keep moving forward. For me, it requires a focus on something and a dedication to something. And then the journey, let it be something. A focus on something, a dedication to something, and then letting it be something. I hope that makes sense. Let's read from Melody Beatty. October 27th. This doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to read it. Have you been working too hard? Have you been working too hard at your job, at life, at your spiritual progress? Have you been working too hard on your relationships with people, on trying to gain insights, or on trying to figure out where you go or what you need to do next? Many of us have had to do work. We've had to do work hard to get from where we were to where we are. We had to push, force, put one foot in front of the other. At least we thought we did. But life doesn't have to be that hard. Well, not anymore. The biggest task, the smallest task, the task of living our lives doesn't have to be that difficult. There's a natural rhythm for everything that happens along the way. There's a natural rhythm and order for all we are to do. Yes, there are times to begin. Yes, there are times to put one foot in front of the other and go forward. But the joy, the service, the way of life we're seeking doesn't come from force. It comes naturally, easily, much more easily than you can think. Stop pushing so hard and see how quickly that rhythm finds you. You don't have to make life happen. In fact, you can relax, let go, and let it happen. Focus on relaxing. Focus on letting go. And focus on letting it all happen. More importantly, my wish for you is that you continually say thank you. Whether you want to call it God, universe, angels, archangels, ascended masters, I put them all in. For revealing to me what I need to know, for leading me where I need to go, and I'm grateful that everything works out for my highest good always. And so it is. And you let that go. You let it be. You sit back. The big challenge for all of us, myself included, is that we want to control the narrative. We want to control how it happens. Now, I couldn't say to you, well, okay, Alchemist is here. He just said, let me come in. You're talking too much. I love this energy. All right, eyes down, palms up. Take a breath in. Take these glasses off. Release and let go. Hello, my dear friends. Thank you for letting me come. I wasn't sure that the lovely Master Kevin was going to let me come speak, but I'm glad he has. And this is all part of practice. You see, he just got talking about how distracted we are, how we are on tangents, and we just go and we go. We la 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 la. And your life, we watch you living your life in all these extremes, and it's glorious to watch. It's also rather frustrating sometimes to see you doing and 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 not getting done. When you let go, you let life, it all comes together. Looking at when your life has worked out for you perfectly, the way you wanted it to, and the way it does, without you pushing and shoving and toiling, it all gets done. It all happens. It's all going to be just glorious, providing you let go of the control. So I have come, and I do love my little Master Kevin. He's just quite delightful, and we're happy he delivers his messages. But the collective energy that we are part of, the alchemism, the manifestation of everything, the extension of him and you and my darling friends. You can call upon us at any time. You just have to recognize what energy and vibration you are aligning with. Now, some folks in your physical world will say, I don't know, I'm not sure. I can't think, I don't understand, I'm not this, I'm not that. Expecting, hey presto, instant answers. Well, that's not how this works. You, as you are, have come in physical form from non-physical form. The non-physical form of you is not disconnected from the physical form of you. You are still connected. Think of this as a tether to the divine, to the creator. So imagine that the divine, the creator, this place everyone calls heaven, this lovely, wonderful, non-physical existence, has tethers to the physical world known as the planet Earth for right now. And the planet Earth itself has an energetic pulse. The planet Earth, Mother Earth, the mother that supplies the foundation for everything and everybody, has a heart known as Gaia. The rhythm, the pulse, keeps it going, and the Mother Earth nurtures you, loves you, keeps you safe and secure, provides you with water to drink, works alongside the planet we know as the sun to keep you warm, to shed light and nourishment upon the food that the Mother Earth allows the human experience to grow. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It goes on, it goes on, it goes on, it goes on. The tethering to everything that gets created. So, in short, when you give thanks for, when you give gratitude for, when you exercise kindness in the presence of unconditional love, you are lined up with the divine in such a glorious way that the extension of that divine heaven, love, peace, harmony, glory, joy, happiness, beauty, on and on and on, you line up with it. It becomes part of you. Now, I want you to know that if you are not sure what energies, what angels, what spirit guides, what ascended masters, what teachers you are working with, aligning with, and you wish to know, two things you can do. You can simply do as this young master does. Thank you, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, spirit guides, all of these things, for revealing to me what lineage I come from. Now, the challenge again in physical form is that we want to see all. The physical wants to see it, wants to know it, wants to have it, wants to hold it, wants to experience it prior to it being there. So when you are in non-physical form, you don't have times, you don't have days, you don't have dates, you don't have periods of times, you don't have afternoons, you don't have evenings. These are all physical. The non-physical has none of that. The non-physical flows, goes, connects, disconnects. It's all connected. I mean, coming and going and flowing. Don't rely upon a linear fashion of living. When you choose, and you choose, my friends, you choose a physical incarnation. You choose the culture within the physical carnation that you're going into. It is foretold in books centuries old that this is the way. The Creator, which many call God, there is a word you use. There's God and there's will. God's will, written in the book you call the Bible, written in all sorts of languages. God will. And then that gets added to goodwill. Goodwill, God will, universal will, universal law. My point, it doesn't matter how many ways you say something. What matters is what you're doing with it. The actions. The actions. Pay attention to the actions. So that also means pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to what you see in the present moment. And we go back to how the young master talked about distractions. The reason why meditation is becoming such a revered, remembered practice is because of the great expansion of the earth. Many of the spirits who are in physical form are experiencing losses of physical form. The spirits they were connected to in the physical, in life, in the journey, have passed. And they're missing these past ones, loved ones. But they didn't go anywhere. They climbed up out of the body. Actually, there's no climbing involved. It is quickly as blinking, whoosh, gone, whoosh, gone, whoosh, gone. But they really don't actually go anywhere. There is no place, no land, no country, no planet called anything. It is just whoosh. The body no longer exists. The spirit takes on a new vibrational energy, a new type of life, until such times where the extended spirit decides, I want to have another go at a physical life, a physical embodiment. And so they sets about. Thank you to the Creator for creating a physical avenue for which I am going to become part of. So I'm hoping this makes sense. I don't want to overburden you with worry and great information. It's just how it is. So, until next time, know that you are loved. Work with your focus. Send your energy there and just let go and let life just be how it is. Glorious. Enjoyable. Till next time, I love you. Goodbye. Bring your hands to the heart center. Just honor yourself for who you are, how you are, what you are. Let's lift our thumb knuckles to third eye center, and together we bow and say namaste. All right, my friends, thank you for joining me today. That's it from me. Until next time, lots of love. Bye.